the expenditures, some of them end up being negatory expenditures in county governments. When it comes to county government choosing to hire services of lawyers instead of hiring, or rather instead of using in-house counsel. Madam Speaker, we have over 20,000 lawyers in this country, maybe about 11,000 practicing. I'm looking at the recommendations which the committee, the jailer committee, came up with. And I think sometimes, earlier on, we were discussing the issue of conflict of interest. I think the first thing that the committee members would have done is to declare a conflict of interest and maybe recuse themselves from having to consider this matter. Because that committee is made up of lawyers. So, of course, lawyers will be protecting themselves because they are the ones who want to be able to get brief from county governments. Madam Speaker, in Narok County, we have a matter that has been dragging in court for the last 30 years. This is a matter that has to do with Olkiombo land. And to be honest with you, I don't foresee any time when the county government will ever win that matter. What will happen is that it will be a pit for lawyers to collect fees. There have been about 4 lawyers who have already benefited from that matter. And each one of them, including some, 2 of them who are senior counsel in this house, have collected not less than 100 million. Now that matter has gone, and the owner of the land, who is being challenged by the county government, won the matter, and he was awarded 30 billion by the courts. I was just having a simple conversation between 3 lawyers in this house. The retired judge, I was having a similar conversation with Senator Sifuna, a similar conversation with Senator Sigay, in terms of legal fees for any award of 30 billion if it has to be cancelled. Senator Sigay was saying, give me an instruction, just in terms of instructions, of 400 million. You know, and then let's talk about disbursements. So in total, it would end up being almost 1.2 billion shillings. Now you ask yourself, really, with our county government, Madam Speaker, do we have 1.2 billion shillings for us to be able to pay for a matter that a court has awarded 30 billion? And the answer is that we don't have it. So really, I'm looking at one lawyer, one simple lawyer. I'm looking at this recommendation and I'm saying, first, I don't believe that we've done a service to that petitioner. And you know, before we never used to debate these petitions. But now it is important that we debate them so that we can poke holes on the recommendations that are given. Madam Speaker, I think the recommendation should have been far more reaching in terms of capping the amount of money that county government can spend on outsourcing legal services. We should cap them to a maximum of 100 million. And then we use in-house lawyers, or we hire in-house lawyers. You cannot tell me, in a country where we have over 20,000 lawyers, we cannot have lawyers who can be able to argue cases better. And in fact, when you look at it, most senior lawyers use junior lawyers to do all the dirty works. And then ultimately, the senior lawyers will go, they are the ones who get paid. You know? No, maybe not dirty work, but to do the groundwork. I've corrected myself. Thank you. The heavy lifting. Let me borrow that word.
Senator Ledama, Senator Mazayo feels a very urgent ad to inform you. Would you wish to be informed?
I definitely would love him to inform me. Please.
Okay, proceed, Senator Mazayo.